Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. We got some basketball news this Monday morning. As you guys know, of course, the playoff race for the NBA been heating up a lot. A big time playoff race between a lot of different teams. It's mostly those last few teams. It's the Atlanta Dream, it's the Washington Mystics, and it's the Chicago Sky. Those teams been battling, like going up for that last spot. Now the Mystics defeated the Dream, yesterday on Sunday, like that 2 o'clock. They defeated them, so now they have opportunity, of course, to hold that spot. But they do have a big time battle they gotta face. Of course, they're playing against the Liberty, so that's gonna be a tough game for them. Now the Sky, they lost their game to the Mercury. My Mercury finally did something. We 3-7 in our last 10, so we've been kind of a little jacked up, a little rusty, a little washed up a little bit. This could be Tarasi last year, so we're gonna see what we're gonna do. We might finish off with a losing record. We have to wait and see. Hopefully we can finish with a winning record and get ourselves in the playoffs and at least win one playoff game. Because last time we got there, it was one and done. And the time before that, I remember we had the opportunity. We got to the finals in 1 year. That was our kind of year. We threw everything in there, and we lost to the Chicago Sky. We had leads many times and fell short like that. And lost to the Chicago Sky, and that was a bad one. I think Candace Parker, she was on the Sky. They had Kalia Copper. They had all these different people on the Sky like that. They had a nice little roster. But we're gonna see what team can get the last spot. Of course, I think 1 through 7 is already locked up, but the 8th spot is still open. Chicago Sky plays the I believe they play the Dream. Yeah, they play the Dream today, I think. Today, let me make sure. They play the Dream today, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just make sure so I can get it correct. They play the Dream, no, Tuesday. See, I had it wrong. They play on Tuesday. That would be a big time game, because if the Sky, for instance, because the Liberty is a very good team, so I can't see the of course the Mystics beating the Liberty. The Liberty could knock them off. They want to keep themselves in that #1 spot. I think still playing very good to maintain that #1 seed. I believe they got it locked up, but it could be a little trouble. I think if they lose some games, the Connecticut Suns find a way to get back up there, or the Lynx find a way to get back up there as well. So I think it's still not locked up officially yet. I think they have 31 wins. The Lynx got 29 and stuff like that, so they're right behind them a little bit. But if the Liberty defeat the Mystics, then the Dream and Chicago Sky game becomes very, very big time, because you're looking at like, hey, the winner gets back to the 8th spot like that. So they all got the same record. Winner get back to the 8th spot and have a chance, to keep going. But I think after that, I think Chicago Sky got to play. I think they got to play Liberty as well. I think one of the other teams got to play Liberty. I think the Dream got to play Liberty as well like that. So it's gonna be it's gonna be very hectic like that. So a lot of teams got to play some tough teams, some tough competition. It's not gonna be easy for them to get in the playoffs, but you got to keep fighting, keep playing, and try to make it in there. I know on this Coach Spoon first year coaching the Sky, it'd be big time getting the playoffs like that. Even if you lose, I think your first game gonna be against the first seed, of course. So you're gonna be playing either the Liberty, they can hold it off, or the Lynx. So very tough game like that. But you rather be in the dance, with a chance, than be at home just watching like that, critiquing other people like that, not in the dance. So I think one of those teams, of course, that we battling now. In my opinion, I think most likely the team that gets it might be the Chicago Sky. I think because of the craftiness, they've been showing perseverance throughout the year and stuff. I know they got a losing record. I know they kind of got missing the Angel Reese, of course, the injury. But I think overall they can find a way to get it done. But I wouldn't be surprised, of course, if the Washington Mystics find a way to get it done as well like that. They've been coming along after the bye week on a surge a little bit, getting themselves back into the playoff contention. I thought they was finished. I thought it was out of it. Like the Chicago Sky had the lead. It was the AAC for quite some time, but they started losing a little bit of games. But I think they probably find a way to maintain and get themselves back on track. Now, moving on to the next topic, of course, I'm going to discuss Wilson, 1,000 points. Wilson broke the record for the most points by a player in the regular season. And then now she broke the record, the only player to ever score 1,000 points in the season in general. The phenomenal player. Like I mentioned many times on this channel before. I think I mentioned it years before. I mentioned last year when they won the WNBA Finals. I said Wilson is probably the best WNBA player, of course, best WNBA player like right now, of course, one of the best players right now we have. But when she's all said and done, she might be one of the best or the best player ever. Like my opinion, I have, of course, Cynthia Cooper as the best player ever. I know some people have Maya Moore. Maya Moore is great too as well. Don't get it twisted. Maya Moore is great. You can have her, but I have Cynthia Cooper as the best player ever. What she's done like those 5 years she played, because the league kind of got made like later when she was a little older in her career. Was at 4 championships, multiple MVPs, all-star MVPs, all WNBA selections. She was kind of the first to do all that stuff. So she was very good. You watch her highlights. Me, like I'm a fan of things. I like to dive back into stuff. So I'm a fan of the WNBA like in 2014, 15 when we went to the first game here in Dallas. When Dallas Wings moved from Tulsa and came here, I was into the history. I did the same thing when I was a Steelers fan. I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. I remember my mother bought me that little Steeler history little disc, little thing like 3 hours a piece, and show you all the history of the Steelers' previous Super Bowls from Terry Bradshaw era, the Mean Joe Green era, Jack Ham, Jack Lambert, all the great Rod Woodson, Mel Blount, all those great legends we had. So it show you all the history from that. So I dive into that. I dive into the history of the thing fully, so I can better understand like the generations how it came. So watch this. C.J. Cooper, very phenomenal player, dominant player. But I think AJ was all said and done, might be the best player we ever seen. You know, she's a 2-time MVP, a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, about to be a 3-time MVP, maybe a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. She's been averaging almost like 4 blocks a game. It seemed like it. Very dominant on both sides of the ball. You watch it from a rookie season all the way to now, you can see the big time improvement. Just an absolute beast out there like that. Just a dominant force out there. Her team this year has been a little weakened because her teammates have been playing the best football. I said football. I'm watching football right now. The team have been playing the best basketball, but overall, I think she's been going out there and carrying them. Big time game. There's some games she scored 40+ points, and her the next teammate scored like 15 points, and they lost the game and stuff. But she's been out there dominating. Been out there, been driving force. Her team is the 4th seed, of course. They're the back-to-back champions. They got a lot of targeted. You know, they targeted in her back and stuff a little bit. But I think overall, AJ Wilson has showed you that she should be unanimous MVP. There should be no vote for anybody else. Now, of course, you might see some votes for some other people, maybe like that, based off courtesy and stuff. But I think there should be no vote for anybody else. Everybody should be. When you have voter ability to vote for first place votes, you vote AJ Wilson as first place for your MVP. I feel like there's nobody else that's in conversation for right now. Of course, the future caller was good. We know all the different things. The ability she was playing, which she was playing very phenomenal. Brianna Stewart, you know, they had Keelan Clark name in the mix as well, because she kind of after the All-Star break, she got her team back into there. And like saying, well, the MVP means, of course, most valuable player. She would kind of be most valuable for her team. If that was the case, LeBron James would have won 15 MVPs because he's the most valuable piece to his team every single time. But he only got 5. He only got 4 of them. Yeah, 4 MVPs because they can't win it every year like that. So they kind of do it based off of who scored the most. No, based off statistics a little bit like that in a sense. But AJ Wilson, dominant, unanimous MVP, should be the MVP no matter what. But yeah, doing very good things, and maybe 3-time champion, 3 straight years. That'd be crazy. Becky Hammond, she got here, I think, 2 years ago. 1st year championship, 2nd year championship, 3rd year, we'll see. But let me break down the next topic. I want to discuss some stuff, of course, before the video ends. The goddamn Jimmy Butler trade situation. They keep trying to trade my boy Jimmy Butler. As you guys know, I'm a Miami Heat fan. They keep trying to trade Jimmy Butler with all these trade rumors. Not the Heat saying this, but it's like all other teams saying this. All these different trade rumors discussing the Heat could trade Jimmy Butler for Jonathan Kuminga. Now that wouldn't be a bad trade actually. But I wouldn't want to do it right now in this moment. I feel like our championship window is still open. But Kuminga is a good player. 22 years old, average like 17, 18 points per game. I think you can kind of get him into being that player on your team. But we want to wait for that. We're trying to win right now. We're trying to win right now. So our team got Terry Rozier. We got Khalil Ware. We added as well Jaime Jaquez. When our team is fully healthy, we should be able to go out there and compete, you know, for a championship. So I see all these rumors of the Warriors trying to trade for Jimmy Butler. Was it the Atlanta Hawks as well, like that? All these different rumors that people keep speculating. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that Jimmy Butler stays with Miami, and the Heat try to find a way to get back to the championships and actually get it done this time. 3rd time the charm, they say. So let's get back there the 3rd time and see if we can get it. What we can get it done like that? Can we finally win a ring? Because Jimmy Butler era been good and been very exciting to watch, but it's just been lackluster. When you get to the finals and everything just collapsed down. The Lakers won. He did everything he could. Bam Adebayo tore his shoulder. We're seeing Gordon Dragic tore his foot, like a Lewis Frank tearing his foot. Something happened. His foot couldn't play. It just wasn't good. And then this past finals, the one that he had 2 years ago against the Denver Nuggets, we just didn't have enough size, didn't have enough energy. We kind of exhausted everything we had to get there, like that, you know. So yeah, and hopefully this next time we get there, we find a way to get it done. We find a way to win. I thought that 1 year that we lost to the Celtics in the I almost say AFC Championship. I meant to say the Eastern Conference Championships. When we lost to the Celtics that year, I feel like that year Jimmy Butler missed the 3-pointer, the little short ball. I think we could have won the championship that year because we played the Warriors. The Warriors, we had a size mismatch on them. They would have no answer for Bam. Jimmy Butler would have dominated, I think, that series as well. We would have beat the Warriors probably in 6. I think that would have been the best matchup for us. But we lost to the Celtics like that. Came down to the wire. The Celtics matched up against us very well because they played that big size ball. I think tried to match against their style. And the Warriors really could have lost to the Celtics, but the Celtics kind of collapsed in that finals. But they did win, of course, this past season against the Mavericks. But hopefully Jimmy Butler just stay with the Heat. Don't get traded anywhere. Stay with the Heat. And we try to find a way to win the championships this year. But that's all I have for today's video. I know it's all over the place. But I hope you like this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys probably. This is my channel actually. This is the RCDB channel. So you probably see me maybe on Tuesday. Maybe. I don't know. But just keep your notifications on. Keep everything turned on and keep scrolling. When you see me, you click it. But peace out. I'll see you guys when I see you. Adios.